Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. I got another one here for you. Important event for this one coming up here in the very near future. So I wanted to get another short video out there to talk you through the details in case you are interested. This is the number one game that's on my July top 10 list of games on Wax. So if you haven't seen that list yet, shameless plug, go ahead and check out the link in the description below. It's on my website. I have all 10 of the top games on Wax as of July 2022. Plus, I have two games that you should be keeping an eye on because they're going to be pretty darn good, I think. So enough with the shameless plugs. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Castles. We have the hero pack drop, at least the initial hero pack drop, coming here on the 12th. So it's very important because you need these heroes in order to play the dungeon expansion. At least I'll put a caveat. They're going to have cheaper heroes in the future, but they're very limited. These are the good heroes. It's going to be a limited pack drop, and it's some special situations or special circumstances that you have to get, or special items, I guess I should say, that you have to get three of them, and you blend them together, and they make the hero packs. So you cannot buy them for straight wax. They're making it unique. They're giving it a chance for existing players to really use their resources in game. Awesome burning mechanism. We'll just throw that out there. And it allows them to really get these at a discounted rate, especially if you have a few castles or lands and barons and all this fun stuff that we've been crafting over the last few months. Um, what the, Basically, they're going to drop two packs on the 12th. There's going to be the standard hero pack, which is going to come with one hero and three pieces of equipment. And then they're going to have the Dungeon Rising Exalted pack. These are two heroes, seven pieces of equipment. So twice as many heroes. Plus, with the heroes, you have a higher chance of getting higher rarities. They haven't really presented the rarity chances yet, at least not that I've seen, but they have said multiple times that you have a higher chance of getting higher rarity heroes in the Exalted pack. So those are the ones that I'm going for. Now the question is, how do you get these packs? What do you have to combine? I said three before. Technically it's four. So we'll go ahead and jump into that. For the standard, it's going to be one of each of the four. It's one MSource fragment, it's one RSource fragment, it's one wax fragment, and then it's one royal seals. As you've noticed with castles, everything that's crafted or used is really uses the royal seals, so it's incredibly important. If you missed my interview with Robert, the CEO of MetaSource, the people that put together the Castles game, royal seals is going to continue to be important throughout the rest of the existence of the game. So that's why it's included here. But these three fragments are the ones that you may have some questions on how to get. Basically, if you go over to the castles page, which I'll have that link in the description down below also, it gives you three options here. If you go to dungeons and you go to the hero packs, it'll bring you to this screen. So you're going to have the three different fragments here. The M source, you go ahead and click on that. It's going to take you to a nifty page where you can blend it. It's going to cost you 1 million M source, which is, if you don't have any lands, you can get it on the Alcor market. It's the cheapest of all the fragments. You can also get this fragment on the secondary market for a good price. Like I said, this one's the cheapest out of all of them right now. The next one is our source fragment. This is done through by clicking here is the easiest way. And basically it's going to cost you 1,000 rune source. How do you get rune source? There's two ways right now you can get rune source. It's through the Explorer Guild Wonder that we've talked about in the past, and it's also through crafting these land packs. That's how you get it right now. You can also get it on the secondary market. It's kind of expensive if you go to Alcor, so be aware of that. Um, just jumping back here. So that's how you get that. So it's 1 million M source, 1,000 R source, and then the wax one. This is the drop that's only happened so far this week. They did two private drops for people that have been playing and involved in the events. those almost completely sold out. There's out of 1,000 of these fragments, I think there's 113 left. So they went pretty fast. And I know the first of the two private sales sold out within an hour. So they are going to do a third drop actually today, and it's going to be a whitelisted for the first 30 minutes. And then after that first 30 minutes, what's ever left over is going to be open to the public. So if you weren't involved in the first two sales and you weren't able to get added to that initial whitelist, you will have an opportunity to get one because they're going to have 1,631 for sale. Apologize, I said 113. It was actually 131 that were left over from the previous sales. This will be kicking off here at 1800 UTC today, Friday the 8th. So you'll have your opportunity. The first 30 minutes, as I mentioned, will be that whitelist. I gave away 10 whitelist spots in my Discord about a week ago. And then after that 30 minutes, it's going to be open to the public. I'm curious because a lot of times when things get open to the public, you have the bot effect possibly. I'm not sure if bots are going to hit this one hard or if they're just going to let it alone. We saw with the Baron sale that they kind of let it alone this time, but I think there's some requirements for whitelist. This is going to be completely public after the first 30 minutes, so there's a chance there could be a bot effect in there, which will obviously lower the price on the secondary market. I digress. So basically, that's how you get the three fragments that you need in order to craft these packs. Let's talk about the exalted requirements. It's a little bit more steep. You need 2 MSource fragments. You need 3 rune source fragments, 2 wax fragments, and 2 royal seals. And the reason that it's the rune source is 3 because rune source is going to be incredibly important in the dungeon expansion with getting higher tier items. So they wanted to make sure that it was 3 rune source fragments, which I understand. I personally would have preferred 2, but that's just because that's less I had to do. I could have got more packs, but uh, that's the price of it. This blending is going to be available coming on the 12th, July 12th, starting at 1800 UTC, 11 Pacific time, 2 Eastern Standard Time if you're in the US. So those will be available. There's only going to be 500 of these Exalted packs available. And then there's going to be, I believe it's 1,500 of the standard packs. So it's again a limited amount based on what they're going to have out there. So keep that in mind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I have everything. I'm going to try and jump on it right away. And I suggest that you do also. There's probably going to be some standard packs available after the initial wave of sales, but I feel like the Exalted packs are going to go pretty quickly, simply because the higher rarity possibilities plus more pieces of equipment. The other thing that they announced yesterday, and I think this is really cool, is they announced that if you hold one of these packs between now and the launch of the dungeon expansion, you'll get periodic drops of wealth. They're calling it wealth. These are basically sources of their third token that has not been released yet, the T source, also known as treasure source. Treasure source is going to be important when the game actually is released, because when you do these quests in the dungeons, part of the rewards you're going to get is T-sourced coins that can be used to refresh your stamina and do a number of other things. What they're offering now, and I love this, I was super excited when I saw this, if just by holding these packs, since it's going to be a little bit till the dungeon expansion comes out, they're trying to reward early pack owners by doing random drops of this wealth. I don't know if it's going to be the T coin that they drop or if it's going to be NFTs that they're going to drop. Either way, it's a neat addition just to kind of promote the packs. So it encourages you on the 12th to grab your pack so you're eligible from day one all the way to the expansion to get basically additional drops. I've noticed this as a theme throughout Castles, which is awesome, is if you own certain NFTs, it's not, you have the value of owning them, but you also are getting these consistent drops of passive coins, income, however you want to refer to it. And they're doing it again with these packs. So I strongly encourage you to go ahead and check this out if you're interested in the castles. Again, this is the Castles Dungeon expansion. So if you have not gotten involved in the first part of Castles, as far as the land and the merging and all that fun stuff, this is still an opportunity to get into the game because it's technically separate from the first part, meaning that there is some connections there. Some of the stuff that you earn in the land portion of the game does help you get stuff in the dungeon side, but it's not required. So you can go ahead and get some of these packs, and you can be off and running once the dungeon expansion comes, and continuing to move forward. So check it out. Something that's super cool. Multiple reasons it's super cool. I'm definitely going to be grabbing a few packs. I hope you do too, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.